Hi guys, I just wanted to show you the different tracking sheets that we use in our business. So the two main tracking sheets are this one that's called tracking sheet and the 2020, all right? Get 20, keep 20. Some people like to use this daily, weekly itinerary to just help them organize their time as well. But that's not really a tracker. It's more just a timetable to help you work out when you do Herbalife, when you do family time, when you work, eat, sleep, etc. This one here is to help you choose a plan, which we're going to write on our tracking sheet, right, in a second. And at the end of each week on a Sunday night, we recommend that you sort of look at your sheet for the week and sort of assess how your week was and send that to your coach. And we have focus groups that you can join as well. And if you want to join a focus group, you will be asked to read out a script, which is a summary of your week and of your month so far. But we'll get to that in a minute. So with the tracking sheet, how it works is the number one thing in Herbalife is looking after yourself, right? So working harder on yourself, on you, than you do on your job, okay? And so for that reason, we always make sure we cover the basics, which is using the products, all right? So this is a month here, 30 days or 31 days. So this covers a whole month. So if you're doing a 90-day plan, you simply do 3 of these tracking sheets back to back, okay? So, it's the month of February right now, 2019. Make sure you put your name up there somewhere. I think today is the 13th, so we're up to here, right? So this is just an example. Obviously, this sheet has not been filled out. But let's say, you were going to start your plan today, which is totally fine, by the way. You don't have to wait for the start of the month, guys. If you decided after coming back from Adelaide that you want to start a 90-day plan, start today or start tomorrow and start in the middle of the month, that's fine. So the first column is products. Did you use your products today? If you're on weight loss, did you have 2 shakes, 1 meal? If you're just on weight maintenance, did you have your 1 shake? But, if you're, with the tablets 3 times a day, if you're not having your products, you can't tick the box. So what we're trying to do here is just I know it's basic, but get the consistency happening every single day of using the products properly, 3-2-1 or 2-3-1, whatever program you're on. And if you do have a bad day where you miss your products, you simply need to put a no, right, in there. But let's put a yes for now. So you've taken your products. Yes. So at the end of the day, did I have my products? Personal development. So have you watched or listened to at least 15 minutes, but preferably 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes of Mark Hughes or Jim Rohn? Did you do that? Did you have your mental shake? All right. Are you putting good stuff in there? Okay. And did you wear the button or the brand? All right. Did you leave the house and go out and wear a Herbalife hat or t-shirt or put a button on? Did you do that? So they're the basics, guys. Then you've got your actual DMOs, your daily methods of operation. These are your advertising methods. How do you actually, find prospects to talk to? So this comes back to the DMO plan. You can choose, we recommend 4 methods, but there's actually enough room there for 6, right? 6 columns. And but let's just pick a couple out here. So depending how fast you want to grow your business, fast, faster, or fastest, it's just more numbers, guys. More people that you're talking to, right? So let's say you're going to choose pull tabs, flyers, maybe you're going to run some ads either on social media or online or something, and maybe you love shake parties, all right? It might be something different. Maybe maybe you don't have time to do a lot of flyers, right? But you do have time to go and talk to people. So whether it's walk and talk, people you don't know, or whether it's people you do know, it's the same numbers, 3, 5, or 10 a day. So let's say you're going to go finally, write your list of people you know, and you're going to talk to people. So I'm just playing around here, guys. But let's say you're going to do the middle program, faster. So that's 4 pull tabs a week. New pull tabs, 4 new pull tabs, which gives you 16 over the course of a month. All right. 10 ads a week, so that's 40 in a month. All right. Shake parties, 2 a month, so 1 a fortnight. and talk to people 5 a day. So that's, you know, let's say you're going to do Herbalife, I don't know, 5 days a week. That's 25 new contacts you've made in a week. So that's 100 people in the course, over the course of the month. So guys, once you choose your plan, whatever it is, remember you can do more, but minimum 4 methods, and you know, fast, faster, or fastest. You've got to talk to your coach and what are your goals? How fast do you want to go? But once you've decided your DMOs, what they're going to be, that's when you write them in here. So the first one was pull tabs. So column A, you put here, pull tabs. All right. So your goal, guys, and there's not much room here, but you could put up the top here for a week. Okay, for a week, pull tabs. Next one was ads. All right. So I'm not going to do a training now on how to do ads, but I'm just going to write ads 10 a week. So ads 10 a week. All right. Next one is COI, so shake party. So shake party. That's 2 a month. And last one was talking to people 5 a day. So COI, 5 people a day. So guys, that's the plan. And on top of that, you've got a couple of extra columns here. So maybe you are running a weight loss challenge, which is not really to get new people. It's more for your current customers. But you know, you promote it on social media, but it's not really, you're not going out there talking to people. It's just maybe you're popping an ad on Facebook, but it's not really a DMO unless you're actively inviting every day new people. Does that make sense? So it's not, if it's for your existing clients primarily, then that wouldn't be a DMO because that's not getting new business. But if you want to put it in there, you can. You know yourself if you're actively promoting that to new people. Same with like your newsletter from Herbalife, car magnets. There's all these extra things that we do, right? So you've got a bit of extra room there to record those. Okay, so what we're going to do, so today is the 13th, right? So I went out today and I did 1 pull tab, let's say. And let's say I did 3 ads, right? Or you can do it like this, 1, 2, 3. Because as the day goes on, you don't know how many you're going to finish up with. So if you write the number, then you have to cross it out like I just did, and you ended up doing, say, 4, you have to cross it out. So how I do my tracker is I just do like a dash for each one, and I sort of total it up, you know. So shake party, didn't have one today, but we're going to, right? COI, I talked to my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's my activity for the day. I went out and put a pull tab up. I ran 3 ads and I spoke to 5 people. That is my activity for the day, right? Now, on this side of the sheet is the results, right? Now, you're not going to get results straight away. You might, but you've really got to start racking up a few days and weeks of activity over here, guys. Like this here is absolutely crucial to building the business. You've got to prioritize, and I'll talk about this in a minute with the time. Prioritize time to go out there and actually generate new business and create inquiries. And if you do that, I promise you, this side of the tracking sheet will just happen. You will start getting inquiries, right? Then you'll start doing presentations. Then you'll have new customers. You'll have customers reordering. You'll have new members, new senior consultants, success builders, qualified producers, and supervisors popping out. But you've got to fill that pipeline first by getting lots of inquiries, doing lots of presentations, and from that you will get clients and members. This column here is actually just following up prospects. I added that in because as you guys start building your business and doing your 90-day plan, you'll have a whole list of like prospects, people that you've spoken to, but they weren't ready yet to get started. They're inquiries and they haven't said no yet, but they haven't said yes yet either. They're kind of in that middle bit bucket. So you will have a book, I guess, or a list somewhere. And our job is to follow up, guys. You know, whether you follow them up 3 times before you give up, or 5 or 10, it's up to you. Depends, you know, if you feel they're a really good prospect that's worth following up many, many times. I always do, but just do what you can when you have the time. But that comes secondary to new activity, guys. So only after you've done your new activity, then you can go and follow up with old prospects, you know, past customers, and things like that. So guys, that's the tracking sheet, all right? So our job each day is to fill this out. So let's say the next day, you know, take your products, did my personal development, I wore my button, and I put out 2 more pull tabs. I did only 1 ad. I've booked in my shake party and got my invitations out, so yes, okay. Let's say that's, coming up that week and you've got out your 20 invitations. You might want to put the 20 in there, but I just know that I've got to invite at least 20 people into a shake party, preferably closer to 40, but anywhere from 20 to 40 is great. And COI, let's say that day I only spoke to 3, right? The goal is 5, but then maybe the next day, you talk to, 7 to make up for it. Because guys, that at the end of the week, your goal was, 25 people. So after you've done a few days of action, guys, you can actually see, okay, I've had a good week or not so good. And, some days the wheels will fall off and other days you'll smash it. All right. But if you can, really try to get your activity done each day so you don't end up having to make up for it later in the week. And come Sunday night, you'll be really, really pumped and proud of your work for the week, and you'll be able to send this to your coach and they can help you just, make sure you're on track. And, of course, you'll start getting inquiries. So let's say, you put a pull tab up and someone rang, right? Someone rang you or they went to your website. So, let's say it's the day after they rang you, right? So it's that you got an inquiry, right? And where did it come from? Which method? Well, I've just numbered these, A, B, C, D, so it was from A. Just because it saves time, space, sorry. You don't have to write it all in. So you got an inquiry from pull tab. So at the end of the month, your inquiries that total up, right? Let's say this day you got an inquiry from your ad, which is B. Maybe you got this day 2 inquiries after talking to people, which was D. Right, so at the end of the month, you guys, I know there's no room right here to write it, but you will be able to see what methods are working for you, how many inquiries you got, and where they came from, what DMOs they came from. And then, once you get an inquiry, we book in a presentation. So if you do a presentation, you put a 1 in there. Whether they bought the product or not, you still put it in as a presentation, guys. If they decide to get on a program, fantastic. If they're not ready yet, then they'll just be someone that you follow up, next week or next month or whatever. But put the presentation in there, because these gauges help your coach to make sure that you're getting the right numbers. So if you need a bit of help with your talking to people, like if you're not getting enough inquiries, your coach can help you with your technique, all right, what you're saying to people. If you're getting lots of inquiries but you're not able to get them booked in for a presentation, your coach will be able to tell by looking at the ratio, like looking at your batting averages, and they'll be able to tell and they'll be able to help you, get better when you first make contact, when you get that inquiry, okay? If you're doing getting lots of inquiries and doing lots of presentations, but not many people are buying or signing up, maybe you need some help with your presentation. So guys, without gauges, without some numbers and batting averages, your coach has no idea what you're doing or where you need help. So you really need to, if you want to do this as a business, it literally takes not even 5 minutes, guys, a day to just jot down what you've done. If you're out and about and you don't have your tracking sheet with you, no problem. Just pop it in your phone, like what you're doing, and just fill it in at night when you get home. Have the tracking sheet on your fridge or on your desk somewhere you're going to see it every day, maybe in your diary, but you don't have to drag it with you everywhere. Just make sure you're making a mental note or writing down in your phone what activity you're doing, and record at the end of the day what you did and also what inquiries you got that day, okay? So guys, that's the tracking sheet. This is like the most important piece of paper. It really shows you, because you might have had a busy day in Herbalife, but you've done no work. People often get distracted with stuff that's not income producing work. It's actually just people like solving other people's problems or dealing with distractions of life, but you did no actual lead generation. So this helps you. It helped me anyway, because there's no room in here for words. It's just numbers, guys. And as Dan Waldron said on the weekend at Spectacular, numbers, tell the story. And there actually is a Jim Rohn quote. He says, "Don't tell me your story. Tell me your numbers and I will tell you your story." So guys, in a snapshot, in a glance, in a split second, I can tell if someone's busy and cranking. If I've got their tracking sheet, I know exactly what they're doing or not doing. And so guys, this can really help you keep accountable to yourself and to your coach. And I really suggest that you send this in on a Sunday night. All right. Okay. Now this one here is just for people who want a bit of a daily structure. So I suggest you get a couple of different highlighters, maybe 3 or 4. And, there's some ideas here like sleeping, meal times, work, children, shopping, there's Herbalife webinars, and there's activity going out there and retailing and recruiting, like personal development, all the different things you do in your day. If you want to, you can down the bottom here color code them. So you get like a highlighter. Let's say yellow is work, so that means work time, right? So get a few different colors, and maybe orange is maybe family or leisure time. All right, then get maybe a green one for Herbalife, and then you got sleeping or whatever. So guys, that's when you can start highlighting what hours, you know what I mean, like when you're asleep, and then you might have an hour in the morning to do Herbalife before you got to go to work. And then certain evenings of the week you've got webinars, then you've got other nights that are free. Make sure you keep time aside for date night or for family time. Make sure that you have time in there for yourself, exercise, personal development, just help you get a bit of life balance. And there is a post in the Morgan Group about this as well. So guys, this is actually just an optional thing if it helps you break down your days and your weeks and when you're doing Herbalife. So that's that. Now just coming over here, this tracker is just to show your customers pretty much, your customers and your new members. So what you do is when you get a customer, let's say your customer's name is John, what I write is their name, the date, so it's the 13th of February today, and how many volume points. There's no room here to write what products they bought. That's all recorded in your receipt book anyway. But let's say he bought an ultimate program, that's 177, I think, volume points, something like that, okay? So as you get customers, start filling up. Your goal is to get 20 customers on the products, right? So put the month here, February, and your name, and here you might have a goal. You don't have to do this bit, but it's just, let's say you're going for 2,500 points for the month. It's whatever it is, divide that by 4, 600 and something points per week, right? So let's say your goal was, 600 a week. 4 6s are 24. That will give you 2,400. So you're going for 2,500. You'll smash that if you do that. So let's say this week you actually only hit 451 points. Maybe this week you actually did 790. Maybe this week you smashed it. Maybe you got a new senior consultant or success builder. So you're actually tracking your volume as you go. Some people track how many customers and distributors they got that month. Consultants, success builder, supervisors, that's up to you. That's actually already covered on the other tracking sheet anyway. But guys, I mainly use this for my customers because some customers are at retail, some are new members at 25%, and some start referring people to you. So it's kind of like, so let's say John has 2 friends, and so he becomes a member, so you might highlight him a different color, and you've got other people here just paying at retail, buying at retail. I love to just see in one page, on just one snapshot, all my customers on one page. It just helps me not forget anybody, and it helps me just to know when they're due to next reorder as well, because I have the date that they last ordered, because I always have the previous tracking sheet, within reach as well, so I can see, the January, my January 2020 customer sheet and when they last ordered, because I always write the name and the date, right? So yeah, that's just something, you can have a look in the Morgan Group. If you search 2020 or something like that, it should come up. Different people have posted photos of their tracking sheets before. So guys, they're your tracking sheets. If you do decide that you want to join a focus group, all you do is on a Sunday night, you just total up what you did for the week. So whatever you did on here, on the tracking sheet, you just tell the group. So, this is my next goal, blah, blah, blah. The month is February. My goal is, 5,000 volume points. My goal was to get 8 new clients and 5 new members. All right, my advertising activity or my invitations for the week were, and you read it out. My goal was, 10 ads a week. So ads times 10. ads, planned 10, I did 10, or planned 10, I did 12, or, you know, shake party, I planned 1, and yes, I did 1. Or with the COI, you know, the people we talked about before, talking to 5 a day, COI, 5 people, so times 5 days, it's 25, so you would write 25 for the week was planned, maybe you only talk to 20. You know, so you're being accountable to the group, and everyone is looking after each other and really encouraging each other to stick to their plan so that everyone moves forward, right? And then how many people did you bring? If there was a HOM or a kickoff or an STS or something, a hail, did you go and did you bring guests? That's a great one to report in. And what were the results? How many inquiries in total? All right. So guys, coming back to the tracking sheet, at the end of the week, right? So let's say the 13th goes till the 20th, right? 7 days, right? Oops, you can see now, 7 days. So you guys can easily, come the end of the week, I'm just doing this, you can easily see, you know, once you've imagined this is full of numbers, you can easily just total up. Some people would like to use a highlighter and divide, you know, the month like that into the 4 weeks, however it works for them. And total, you can easily total up the amount of, like, you know, inquiries you got for the week. So you put that there. I got, you know, 17 brand new inquiries. Awesome. How many presentations did I do? Oh, let's have a look at my tracking sheet. Let's say I did 5. Great. So I did 5. And from that, I got how many new clients, how many reorders, how many new members. I upgraded, if you upgraded a member, if you helped a member become a new senior consultant, make sure you put it in there, and that would obviously go there, right? If you had a new success builder for the week, awesome, put it in there, right? In total, I created X amount of volume this week. Maybe you created 1,430 volume points this week, bringing my total personal volume for the month to date to, I don't know, 2,300. So it's giving you a running total for the month, right? And if you want to break it down even further, because I like to see my people that are learning for their first time to build their Herbalife house, we're teaching them how to turn over 2,500 volume points, you know, every single month, right? I like to see how much of it did they eat, how much did they sell, how much was new members getting signed up, you know, how much was existing customers reordering, how much was existing members ordering, and was there any, you know, upgrading volume? This is the exciting stuff when you've got new people hitting consultant, success builder, you know, supervisor. That means they're really building a team. I love that. So I love to know that. Their profit. I love to know my people are making money. Their profit for the week was X amount. And I know people don't know their profit until I get them to start adding it up, because they don't understand how to work it out. And there's a separate video about that in the Morgan group, how to work out your profit using the price list. Again, it's just a little job, takes 5 or 10 minutes, but it's so important, guys, to know your retail profit each week, and obviously what it is for the whole month, because that's your income story that you're going to tell people, right? And then they talk about their high point and low point and how their week was and what are they going to work on this week. So guys, this stuff to me means you're in business. It's not just, you know, a hobby. It is like you're in this to make money, and also it's so your team can copy you. When you go supervisor, world team, get team, millionaire team, your team are going to be like, okay, what did you do? Like they've watched you, right? They've seen you do the big volumes, but how did you do it? Oh, well, this is what I did. For 90 days, I did this, I talked to this, and I spoke to them, and I, you know, the activity, the work that you did, you can clearly show people, and they can copy you and have the same success. So I hope that helps, guys, and let us know how you go. Bye.